Hey Bible lovers, I'm Tim Nichols, and I'm here to bring you your Nichols Worth, and today, as part of our Full Nelson Week, we are featuring from Thomas Nelson, the Large Print Thinline Bible. It's got the red page edges, it's got the genuine leather cover, 11.5 point font. Really a lot to love about this Bible. Now, something very interesting that I discovered as I was looking over this, like I've seen this layout before, and I happen to be right. Check it out. If you go to page 594 or any page in both of the Bibles, you will notice that this is the exact same text block as the Vintage series that Thomas Nelson just released a couple of months ago, and you can get these for under 20 bucks. So this is a very inexpensive text block. Now this one's going to be a little more costly. I'll put the price of this in the video description and go ahead and give you links to that. But anyway, it is the same layout. So if you like this layout but you don't want to pay the 80 bucks or so that it's going to cost to get the genuine leather edition, then you can go ahead and get a super cheap one. They actually have this in black, so you can check that out as well. So anyhow, let's take a look at this Bible. First of all, you will notice double column. Now it's interesting that they elected to put a center line in the middle to kind of break apart those two columns. That is part of your classic look. This is part of your vintage look. So they really wanted this to look like an older Bible, which is also why you see the red page edges. You'll notice that on some of your old Oxfords and some of your old World Bibles and several different old Bibles that used to have the little zippers and all that stuff. So this is really designed to give you kind of that classic look, but you will also see there are some things you won't have in this. There are, obviously your chapters, there are no references and no notes to speak of. So this is just strictly Bible. It does have your subheadings to kind of give you an idea where you are, and then of course it has your verses throughout. And this is, of course, a verse-by-verse layout. It is a red letter edition. Now this red letter isn't as good as most of their red letter, but it's still very good in red letter standards. So really super nice Bible. And I don't really have a lot of complaints about it at all. When you get to the end, it's got your maps from Thomas Nelson, of course the note for the typeset. It has some different devotional plans, different one-year readings, and that's really it. There's no concordance or anything like that. The goal was to keep this as thin as possible. I don't know why they do that. Okay, folks, listen to me. Do not do this. Okay, you put the ISBN number in the liner so that way it doesn't ugly up your beautiful cover. So let's take a look at the spine. Okay, this is kind of reminiscent of the McLaren, to where it has your accented hubs and your gold stamping, and it is actually stamped in there. Look at that beautiful font, that old English font of Holy Bible. They also put it on the cover, which I just think is a beautiful touch. Nice and centered. I love the perimeter stitching. I love that they used a vinyl liner. I love that Thomas Nelson has been paying attention and saying, you know what, people are complaining about these paper liners, so we're going to stop using them on our mid-range, almost premium Bibles. You can see the reinforcement tape right there that tapes the block to the cover, so that way this isn't the only thing holding it together. Also, the vinyl is not going to rip like the paper. And then the beautiful, look at that, is beautiful. That's really nice page edge ink right there. And again, when you open it, you don't lose a lot of that color. It stays nice and dark. So if you love the King James and you love that classic look and you want a little bit of a step up from the Vintage series that they just released a couple months ago, and you really want those hubs and those extra bells and whistles that really belong on a King James Bible, then you can spend a little bit more money and get something really nice like this. This is bold. Oh, one more thing that I think it is important to note is that they did elect to stack the first set of ribbons to give you an extra one. I'm not a huge fan of stacked ribbons, but it is nice to have that third ribbon in here. This one is only one. I almost wish they just went ahead and double stacked them and created 4 ribbons just to be consistent, but anyhow, at least you get 3 really nice 3/8 inch double-sided satin ribbons. So with that said, I like it. It's not my favorite layout, but I definitely like the classic look and I love the red edges. So anyhow, there you have it. Keep calm. Jesus on. This is your Nichols Worth.